Buenos dias! So, I am on my lunch break right now, but I have a lot of things to do. So, my lunch break involves, it is Monday. It's Monday. So, Mondays are always super busy because it's the day where I usually try to print everything on Monday that I'm going to be using the entire week, putting it in its place, so that I don't lose it during the week, because that also tends to happen. Pero sí, los lunes siempre son los días que están más ocupados para mí, porque es cuando trato de imprimir todo lo que voy a necesitar durante la semana. Ahorita lo que voy a hacer es que voy a cambiar estos de aquí. Finalmente los pude imprimir. I was finally able to print them. They are right here. Let me get them. So here they are. And my intent is to always print them this way every week, depending if the centers change or not. This one would be for 3rd grade. This one will be for 2nd grade. These little inserts are going to go in here. Originalmente pensé de hacer un lado para segundo y el otro lado para tercero, pero se me hace que es mejor si no los muevo, porque también en años pasados los hemos movido y cambiado y pues se quebran. So I just want to make sure that I treasure these and try to hold on to these for more than 1 year, because they're pretty pricey. And this was also one of the things that I got off my Amazon wish list, so thank you so much. But anyway, yes, I want to make sure that I'm taking care of them. I'm going to switch these inserts, and then I have printed the centers in color. Well, printed them in colored paper here that I will be putting in each one of those centers. I still have not been able to make the the labels for 2nd and 3rd, but that will get done. It's just kind of like a work in progress. So let me go ahead and do that right now, and then I will, if I have time, I'm going to make an anchor chart. Also, the stress is getting to me, if you could see that. And also, this is the time where I actually wear my glasses. So let me go get my glasses, because usually don't wear them because of the mask. But right now, there's no kiddos, so I can, ow. Okay, I'm gonna put my glasses on. Okay, so now I switched every center, and every center kind of has their own objective. So the objective will tell both 3rd grade and 2nd grade what they need to do in that center. They are to read it, and then I'm about to place each center in the little drawers. So, cajones. So voy a poner cada centro en los cajoncitos que tengo ahí. Okay, so I literally did not have any time to make an anchor chart, because it's about that time. Oh, Jesus Christ. Because I almost hit myself. But yes, so I already sorted all of the centers in the correct table, to the correct table. So now one of these centers is going to be free choice, and the other one is going to be technology, using Education Galaxy. We use Education Galaxy. It's a really great program for Texas, because it has all of the TEKS and everything that we learn, and the kids are very familiar with it. In 2nd grade, they're not, but in 3rd grade, they are pretty familiar, because we start using it in 2nd grade, I think. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. I know for sure that we used it last year. So this center is going to be Education Galaxy, and then this center is going to be free choice. So I'm basically putting all the centers that we were using last week there, just so that they can continue to practice expanded form, anything else that we have learned, and so that they don't forget. So so that they don't forget while we are doing centers. So I'm going to put the second grade centers on top and the third grade centers on the bottom, and then they get to choose their center. With my last few minutes, I think I have like 4 or 5 minutes. I think probably like 5 minutes left that I have left. I'm going to be eating my overnight oats with my coffee. Okay, class. I have a surprise for you. Homework. Okay. These are leftovers? Thank you. Class. So, your homework. Let me turn this off.
Hello. So I'm going to prepare my overnight oats. Voy a preparar mi avenita para mañana. Le pongo half a cup of oats, media taza de avena, and then, hold on, we put half a cup of soy milk, leche de soya. Esto lo consigo en Costco. Leche, se me olvidó. So, mix it up. Le voy a poner un poquito más porque el día de hoy estuvieron un poquito secas. Y esto es algo que hago, bueno, normalmente lo hago el domingo. Corto y preparo todas las frutas que le voy a poner. Por ejemplo, aquí yo corté las fresas. Y aquí lavé los arándanos, the blueberries. These actually came out kind of sour. Never mind. That was very good. But I also put half a cup of berries. And I just measure everything because I'm kind of counting my macros. So, kind of just like a rough measurement because not everything can be exact. So then I have my strawberries and my blueberries. Y también le mido, me hace que como 2.5, I think it was 2.5 grams of banana for the carbs. So, saco mi little scale. It's about this much. Of course I cut it up, but first I'm going to measure it. Ounces. Yeah, I think that's about right. So about this much, but let me cut it. My forks. My little knife. So, I just make sure that se lo parto ahí para que caiga en el vaso. We just got a letter. And voila, I'm finished. Let me wash my hands.
Must be the sunlight shines a little more tonight. I know I tried to make her mine, but at the same time, I know love is hard to find.
Good morning. I am finally here. Super early because there wasn't any traffic today, but I have already printed everything that I need for the week. Yesterday, like I said, Monday was pretty crazy just because I was printing everything. I have my centers ready to go like I showed you guys yesterday. I have also placed in here individual I will statements or objectives for each center. So right now I'm just going to work on an anchor chart for second grade because today we are comparing numbers. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now.
I forgot to show you, yesterday we were doing character traits, so we were just identifying external and internal traits. We were reading the book, Mr. Tiger Goes Wild, really cute book. And then in their interactive journals, they were going to then create external and internal traits. Today we're doing internal traits of Mr. Tiger and of myself. So this I kind of use it just as the I do portion of the lesson. This is where I teach what internal means, vocabulary. We do it together. We describe some internal traits about me, just so that they understand what that means. And then we read the book and we look for those internal traits of the character in the book and how the character changes throughout the story. And then they do it in their interactive notebook. So that's kind of like the mini lesson on that. I'm going to get started on the anchor chart.
Okay, so I finally made that anchor chart. It will be completed with the students. I plan to do the base 10 blocks for each one, just so that they can see the difference and they could see which is greater. We're comparing numbers, of course. I just modeled it off. It's going to look like this, but I modeled it off of the one that I did last year. So this is the one that we did last year, which is the great thing about documenting everything, because I literally just have to look back to how I taught it last year, and it helps me so much. I did change the wording a little bit just because I know it'll help them more now that I'm teaching 3rd grade. So yeah, that's the beauty, I guess, about teaching both grades, is that I'm kind of seeing what they need in 3rd grade now, as opposed to before. So kind of preparing them for that, so that that transition isn't so difficult next year for the 2nd graders. So, all right, that took forever, and I need to wait by my door so I can greet my kids. Guess who's visiting me? We're back in our old spots, even though he's the gym coach now. Woo.
I miss it.
I know. Anywho, so this is the brochure that I made yesterday on a whim. I'm going to cut it. I need to get the spacing correctly, just so that I can be able to fold it seamlessly. It's not that bad. It's not that off either, but I just want it to be perfect. It also printed differently in the printer here than the one at my home, so I'll either have to print them home or print them here, which is not too bad. So here it is. Then we fold, boom, boom, and then we fold again. I think I folded it a wee bit too much. And there it is. This has all the TEKS, all of the learning objectives, and they're color coded. So it says, I will be able to compose and decompose numbers up to 100,000 using pictorial models, numbers, and expanded notation, which includes expanded notation. And if you guys can see, that's greenish. So I know that, bam, this whole section has the TEK right there, a title. So I know that in this section, I'm going to be composing and decomposing numbers and so forth and so on. Yes. Okay, sorry, I forgot. So yeah, I just have a few minutes before my kids get here, and I wanted to get here early for that so that I can print it, and I did. So now I'm just going to cut these so that we don't lose any time during small group time today. I have my cafecito. And yeah, today is miércoles. I have this shirt from Target. These pantalones are the best pantalones I have ever purchased in my life. Ooh, look at that flex. They're from Nike. I got them at the outlet. They are so comfortable and they look like slacks. So they're just like perfect. And then my zapatos from Dick's Sporting Goods. Hey! I'm about to stand in my door so I can greet my kids and then tell them something beautiful. Huh? This one?
I like my earrings today.
Ooh, beautiful earrings! I love.
My sister has these too.
Oh yeah? Rafa, ¿qué saludo? Buenos días.
Alrighty, so it's 615. And we're going to compare it with what number? 557. Alright? What is the very first thing that I do? Check the hundreds. I label my place value. So this is the hundreds. What is this? What is this? The ones. This is the ones? Oh, that's the tens. The tens, and this is the ones. What about here? The hundreds. Good, the hundreds. What about here? The hundreds. Yes. The ones. Beautiful, and the ones. Good job. You finished up? Okay, go get a card from the carpet. Beautiful. Alright, so now, guys, so now I'm going to, where do I start? Where do I start looking? The hundreds place. I start in the hundreds place. I have a 6 and I have a 5. Are they the same or are they different? Different. They're different. So I look to see which is greater. Which one is greater? 6 or 5? So what symbol must I use? The less than, the greater than, or the equal? The less. Very good. Why? Because 615 is greater than 557. Good job, loves. No. It's in the middle. It cannot go like this or down. Yes, beautiful. So let's just go ahead and take that one off. Yes, my love. Yes, you can put it next. Bye-bye. Go. Let's read the next one. Go. The way of time on cycle is about 800 because 850 is the middle point. No. I mean, maybe, right? This is when rounding comes to play. Maybe. So let's put an M and then we'll figure out. This is when rounding comes into play. Okay, and then let's read D. 1, 2, 3. The way of okay, I what? I box the I what? I box the A and then you go next to it. If it's 7 more, you add 1 more. If it's less than 4, you let it rest. It stays the same. Beautiful. So is this 5 or more? So I add 1 more. The 8 becomes a 9 and the rest? 0. Very good. 850 is closest to.
Guys, so the air is not blowing anymore because Ms. Mari put the little inserts in there. They're like cardboard. So now I can actually put up work and it won't get damaged. My heart is damaged. It's time to unplug. Close all these tabs. Leave. Close. Time to sayonara. Sayonara. Okay, I'm going to get my bag. Vámonos.
So just really quickly before I leave, today I finally gave them their math folders. And in here, when they walked around to each center, they grabbed each center, and here they were rounding. Amazing work. Here we were doing, comparing numbers. Yes. Here we were doing expanded notation. This little one did a lot. Good job, love. And then here we were doing expanded form. So they literally just grab their paper, they clean, and they put it in their folder. They grab their folder, and they're ready to go to the next one. It worked out great. I had them take their little brochure home just so that they can review, because tomorrow we're actually going to be taking the Power DOL. I'm scared, tengo miedo, pero yo sé que van a hacer lo mejor que pueden. Today is my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, sister. But yeah, that's pretty much what we did today. We also did our English language arts morning work, and then we did centers. But other than that, both 2nd and 3rd grade worked very well for my, hopefully this doesn't fall. For my 2nd graders, they also got their folder, their math folder. I had them put it in the little drawer. I can never say that word, cajón. Les dije que lo pusieran en el cajón. Y aquí, ellos estuvieron practicando expanded form, standard form, and then pictorial using pictorial models. Here we were doing standard form and then expanded form, and I gave them word form. And then on the yellow paper, we were just doing expanded form on this one. We got to do less centers in second grade just because we ran out of time, rotation-wise. But yeah, centers worked out great. I am looking forward to continuing this schedule. I feel like I'm finally getting the hang of it. I felt a little lost at the beginning. There's a few things here and there that I feel like I can cut back on. For example, I feel like sometimes we spend a little too much time on our number of the day. So I'm definitely going to be cutting up some time on there, and possibly doing it together as opposed to like, okay, I give you this certain time to do it yourself and then we do it together. I think that's going to help just kind of cut down that time, just so that I make sure that I'm also making some time for English language arts because it is just as important. But yeah, I wish I could show you all the work that, I can show now. The brochures, right? I have one for each one of my groups. This one, I had them choose a name. So these were called Group Scorpions, Group Super Kids, and Group Dragons. And then we basically just got to the table and I asked them, I was like, which one do you feel? Well, we reviewed first the learning objectives. And then I asked, which ones do you feel that we haven't spent as much time on? Which ones do you feel that we, that you can benefit basically from my time, you know? I want them to benefit from the time that they have with me. So when I came to small group, I met with them about 15-20 minutes each group. And they looked at them and they actually chose the ones that I thought we hadn't spent enough time. So I know that they were choosing wisely, and choosing the ones that I know that we needed a little more practice on. So basically we just solved them together. I told them that they could take it home so that they can continue to practice at home or just look at it. Don't know if it's gonna get done. We have Group Super Kids and then Group Scorpions. And then I have one more group that I did not get to meet with, but that will happen tomorrow before we take our test. Okay, I've been doing a lot of talking, so now I'm going to go home because I am tired. Don't know if I will work out. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Okay, bye.
Okay, class. Since you guys have been doing so good, I'm going to let you kiss your brain. So, Brandon, way in the back. Are you ready? Siéntese, por favor.
Wait, do we have to try and touch them?
Yeah. Kiss your brain, Brandon. Ah! Buenos dias. We have made it until Friday of week number 3. Can you believe it? I cannot believe it's week number 3. Yesterday, I don't think I recorded anything. For the most part, we did centers the entire day. They worked out amazing. We also took our Power DOL for the district for 3rd grade, which it also went well. And I love it because now I can see who is understanding and who is needing maybe just a little more time, or just maybe a different way of me explaining it, finding a different way for me to explain it just so that they can understand the concepts better, or the TEKS. And yeah, so now we are going to move on from there. Next week is going to be an entirely different new TEKS. It's just super fast paced. So I feel like I'm constantly doing something new. So I could just imagine what the kids feel like. And that makes me feel sad, but that's what we gotta do. So they're just a little different, of course, from the 3rd grade ones, because the 3rd grade ones have way more TEKS that they need to know by now. But like I said, I just love that I'm teaching both grades, because I'm able to see what they are working towards, and they're able to see and to connect prior learning that they did in 2nd grade to what they're doing now. So I think it's beautiful what's going on here. They also chose names for their groups, and today we're going to continue to do that and have some fun. This is what the second grade looks. The second grade little brochure looks like. This is my copy. We basically filled in the hundreds chart. I am actually logging in to the giant screen. The new line that we all received. What do you call it? A projector? Giant screen? I'm logging into it so that I can put some music. Some Kids Bop. Never heard nobody. A little Kids Bop never hurt nobody. Because it's Friday. So we want my kids. Well, I want my kids to come in here and be happy. This little thing does not. No me convence. Pero si voy a poner poquita música. A lo mejor les pongo cumbias. Pero vamos a ver. Me acuerdo que un año les puse guapango y les encantó.
Pero por ahorita les voy a poner Kids Bop. Porque, pues no sé si... No quiero que piensen que estoy loquita. No mis niños saben que estoy un poquito loquita, pero... la gente con la que trabajo... Bueno, también saben. Get Ponemos. 1 hour of Kids Bop songs. I've got it. Ever look at your home and want to change everything? Download Thumbtack. It's the app that finds you local providers. You're so loud. Sorry. Kids Bop.
Yes, Kids Bop. Oh my god, I got scared. I'm really not feeling this at all. Like 0%. 0%, sorry. Sorry. You want a summer dance party? Yes.